Hi, I'm Fred, and today I'm going to finally build the disco for the allays that I've been talking about for like 2 years now, here on the Forever Bedrock server. So I put these over here, I don't even know how long ago, and they keep escaping, and we keep creating more. So anyway, I've got another set here, I've got another set over there, and there's one loose in the mall. So today I finally figured out how I want to do the floor. So it's a little bit disco, a little bit random lighting, semi-random lighting. Hi, kitten. And it's going to be right here in this space. So the first step is I've already marked off, well, in theory, this square here is 11 by 11. So I'm going to have walls all the way to the paths, which means I need to dig down 9 by 9 in the middle by 4, 4. Definitely by 4. You know, it's important when you dig down like this to still have access to the shulker boxes where you keep all the stuff for your build. I'm going to need a bunch of this stuff and some redstone, which is why I've got my redstone box here too. So like I said, this should be 9 by 9. Let me make sure I did this properly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, it's 9 by 9. So now I'm just going to put in some non-standard blocks, so if we're ever digging around, no one digs up the redstone. Our typical fare. I'm really hoping I'm playing this correctly, or else I'm going to dig down another one. And half the work I just did, and all the words I just said don't make any sense. You can be this any kind of different size. It doesn't have to have a single in the center. It could be like two. It could be like an 8 by 8. It could have a 4 thing in the center. It doesn't really matter. But we're going to be using detector rails to actually trigger everything. And so this outer ring is just for a mine cart. The inner ring, right, we're going to create a little checkerboard pattern. And now I actually need to remove some of what I put in here because I just remembered I needed to put these in here. And that's going to be next to each one of these upper blocks in our checkerboard. Yeah, I don't know why I'm doing it that way either. So then I just redstone blocks around. Early game, redstone's terrible to find. Mid game, you've got too much of it. End game, it's just, you just hate it. You three stay up there. So basically, we're putting in some repeaters on these outer parts. And I just kind of haphazardly did this in my test world. I think that's all I needed. You know what? I'm going to throw some down here too. And all the rest of the spots, just a dot of redstone dust. Okay, so now going around, we want detector, powered, wait, no, the other way around. Powered on the redstone. I'm just going to do it this way because it's going to be quicker. Now detector on these spots. And then in the corners, a regular rail just to connect it around. And we send this off. And you can see what happens is that the redstone dots and the repeaters just kind of, whoops, I need another dot. I left my dots up there. Get lit up as those go around. I thought I had a stack of observers in here. I need 49 observers for the middle part. Give me a minute. Okay, back with observers. And so you can see the little dots going off. You know what? So I'm not wasting observers. Throw those up there. I'm going to make sure I've got repeaters on the outside of all these. I think that's what I did originally. Basically, that just make sure that we've got enough power going through them. And it kind of creates a pattern. I mean, it does create a pattern when it's going around. It just, when you put the lights in, you can't hardly see it. It's very weird. And so then I need a bunch of redstone lamps. This would have been easier if I hadn't put what was that thing called? The minecart in first, but that's okay. Don't worry about it. And I'm actually going to put them all around the outside as well. And of course I need more levers. Yeah, I've got silk touch, but half the time this develops as cobblestone anyway, so and now I just go to the bamboo farm. So I can make some sticks. Then I can make some levers. Then I get to the next step. So you can see we got, the lights are going off pretty nicely. But there are a few spots that they'll never happen. That'd be the corner. And then these couple spots of the outside edges. I should say the corners. So we just throw these here in the corners. And those light up all three, and that's fine. But we want to do the same thing on the edges. What we want to do is out here on the outside edge. That way this one is lit, but it doesn't light up the other two. And that's going to be for these every one of these inner ones, if you want to do it this way. Our blocks that actually go through. We just put them up here like that. Now, part of the floor is always lit, which is nice just for the lighting. And also, quite frankly, our eyes are easily deceived by the most ridiculous things, including that. And now we've got our cool disco floor. Which, yeah, there is kind of a rotational pattern, but it's not too bad. I built this a little bit smaller in my test world, and that smaller size made it a little bit harder to tell there was a pattern going on. But I still think it works. It gives us the effect we need at least. And that's all. If all you want is a disco floor, that's all it's here. There it is. We're done. But I'm going to go ahead and throw up my Club LA. It's a dance club for the allays. So Club LA. No, I won't apologize for that. Ooh, you know what I don't have? I don't have a doorway. So for the most part, this is going to be black concrete. But of course, why bother messing with that? We could just put in the powder and then use water to make it wet. Or solid. Whatever. I just realized I'm going to need more of this. Because I wasn't thinking about the outside, just the inside. Alright, let me get a little bit more. Fill these last bits in. And then we just lightly flood the place. I don't know how how good that's going to be. We'll try that. Okay, for the roof. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. And that. Let me refill my dirt. So what's the point of going to the club if people can't see you in the club? Well, I'm not really good at thinking, am I? That's all right. I'll get those. See, here don't matter. Over there it does. All right. That's why I didn't do that before. See previous statement about not being good at thinking. Why are you carrying that? Okay, roof time. And I've thought very little about this, so let's go for it. As you can tell, it's going to be mostly oranges. Not like orange. Not like the fruit oranges, but orange colors. As you can also tell, every mob in this game is annoying. More on that when it's time to get these fools in here. Do a layer of that. Get it? And the floor in there is lit, so you don't really need to light these up. But I shall. And they are waxed. And I'm not good at this. And then all that is interior. So we cover the top with black carpet just so it keeps looking cool on the outside. You don't know how cool it is inside unless you go inside. That is, if you're let inside, because you're not cool enough. Man, I've been turned away at clubs just like this. Which, you know what, fair. Club LA. Too cool to put the letters together. Now the thing about allays that I've learned, and this probably is true of any mob that can be led, if you have any more than 3 attached to one fence post, that's when they start breaking the leads and leaving. So the way I've been doing it to get them back is just let those fools carry a lead or something else. Put them on leads and then attach them, and then make sure you have got your hand empty to get back whatever you gave them. I'll go get the other ones and put them in here, but yeah, we've got our club allay. Now all we need in here is to put the music back and storage. We'll put that there. We'll put that there, so in case anyone else wants to breed them up, they can. Okay, now in here the leads really aren't that necessary as long as no one leaves a door open. Lunar Moon has been leaving the door open everywhere lately. Then they'll stay in here fine. But the leads are here. Oh, speaking of which, the spare leads are here. And there we go. Club Allay. With an not at all random, but random looking floor. And the outside so dark and exclusive you'll never get in there. Except through this hole. Okay, let me fix the hole. There. Final touches done the outside. Dance party. Okay, maybe the location of these two things weren't the best. Close enough. All right, there you go. Now, if someone needs an allay, you can pick one up here. And if for some reason you need more than 9, let me be clear. We have to leave at least one in here, all right? So if you need a bunch of them, which quite frankly no one needs because they're kind of a pain, they disappear all the time, and they just end up all over the server. But if, yeah, you do want to use them for something, feel free. Just leave one in case we need more. I'm going to clean up. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed that. If nothing else, you get some better ideas on how to do some weird redstone and dance it in the klerb. I'll catch y'all later.